think sometimes we can feel as creatives that searching for a style is like searching for the Holy Grail. It can sometimes feel like it's out of reach. Hello, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another Excuses We Make That Block Our Creativity episode. Today's excuse is going to be style, or not having a style. I think this is something that we can all relate to. For the longest time, I didn't feel that I had my own style, and I remember at university feeling jealous of some of my friends because I'd look at their work and I could instantly tell that it was by them, that in comparison I didn't have a style. If you watch the first video in this series, you'll know that when I was talking about waiting for perfection, part of my excuse was saying that I was going to work on my portfolio and my style for a year. So I thought that I had to put off producing work because I didn't have a style, which didn't make any sense really. So as normal, I'm going to be drawing a picture whilst I have a chat. And I'm going to be drawing me and Tom on our wedding day. It was nearly 5 years ago now, it's gone by quite quickly. And if you're interested, I do offer custom portraits on my Etsy shop. If you're wanting a custom wedding portrait or a couple's portrait, maybe a wedding picture of your parents or your grandparents, so yeah, I'll leave that in the description box. Yeah, my first tip would be just keep producing work. Don't worry if you feel that you don't have a style, just keep producing work, draw whatever comes into your head, maybe use different drawing prompts and challenges. You could write a list down of different objects that you want to draw, and I would say don't worry about making these drawings in a style. Just kind of draw whatever comes naturally to you and yeah, see what happens, and just keep drawing until you've got a large body of work that you can look back on. And then tip number 2 would be look through these images and see what you like about them. Also, if there's anything that you particularly notice. Yeah, so with me, I think my characters often have quite rounded faces. I don't know if that's modelled on myself, but yeah, even their bodies are quite sort of rounded. And I think I do this because, I don't know, I guess it just makes them look more friendly. I think this was a unconscious decision. I would recommend keeping some kind of notebook or learning journal, just so you can write down what you like and what you notice. Do you like having a very kind of thin line? Do you like things to look clean or sketchy? Do you like to use shading or block colours? A really colourful palette, a muted palette, like a limited colour palette? Just write down different things. Maybe if you're not really sure what you do like, you could try some different techniques. Yeah, have a stage where you experiment and try out different things. Keep a note of what you like and what you don't, and then you can take those elements forwards and develop your style more. One thing I would say is that you probably actually have a style already, but you don't realise it. Yeah, try not to think of a style as something that you necessarily have or don't have. I think everybody kind of does have a style of some sorts to start with, because it is a process. It's a little bit like if you have a fashion style. Yeah, so obviously you choose your own clothes and you put an outfit together, but you might not feel that you have a style. There's probably things that you like to wear, like colours or certain prints, stripes, certain types of material and certain cuts. Is this analogy working? Yeah, and I guess the more that you try on different clothes, the more you'll find what works for you and what you like. So similarly with drawing or any other creative field, writing music or writing stories or something like that. But yeah, so you have one already. In order to develop yours further and to get it to a stage that you like, it's working on the things that you like maybe amplifying them a bit more, and then when you work out what you like, just doing it again and again. You could also ask a friend to tell you what they like about your artwork. They may be able to see your style, whereas you can't see your own. Yeah, I remember other people telling me that they liked my style, and I remember sort of saying, but I don't have a style. But yeah, so other people can see things that you can't always see in yourself. So my next tip would be to take inspiration from places other than your own creative field. So for me, I want to produce more editorial and book illustrations and get some commissions for these. Obviously I am going to be looking at other illustrators who do this work, but I can also look elsewhere to get my inspiration as well. Yeah, so you could create a Pinterest board. I found that I'm actually really into like folk art. I think I quite like a little bit of sort of country stuff as well. I quite like folk music as well. Like the colour palette, I like sort of like the dark backgrounds and then the bright colours. So maybe as my style progresses, you will see this coming through more. I would actually really like to do another style update video in the future. Yeah, maybe it could be something that I do where I reflect back on the work that I've recently done and see how my style evolves. But yeah, I'd really like to see that from other people as well. So if you like that idea, feel free to join in with that as well. So some different places that you could get inspiration from. They could be different types of films. Maybe like film noir or sci-fi films, comic books maybe. Yeah, you could be a sculptor and get your inspiration from comic books and maybe do poses in kind of like comic, like sort of superhero style. Or you could look at different artistic movements like Cubism. What other movements are there? And periods in art history like Renaissance art or photorealism. Yeah, I think the more places that you can get your inspiration from, the less it's going to look like somebody else's style, and it's going to be more a mixture of the different things that you like that you're combining into your own style. But yeah, it kind of feels a little bit like trying to find yourself. So you're trying to like find your voice, or yeah, find what you want to say and how you want to say it. I think when you're younger as well, which doesn't mean like when you're really young, but just in the past of you, you're probably going to be less sure of who you are than you are now. Obviously, the more experiences we have, the more we feel that we really know ourselves and the more kind of confidence we have in ourselves. And I think the same is true of style, that the more that you keep drawing, the more confidence that you will have in your style. Let's have some tea break. Yeah, and my last tip would be to not worry about style. Yeah, so I think sometimes we can feel as creatives that searching for a style is like searching for the Holy Grail, and it can sometimes seem like this, I don't know, like this like unachievable thing. Yeah, and it can sometimes feel like it's out of reach, and it almost seems a little bit ethereal. Yeah, I think a lot of people put pressure on themselves to have a style, and whilst I think it probably is a good idea to have a style that people can recognise you for, I think that with anything there's going to be a process to getting there. Yeah, you don't want to be worrying about it on the way. Just keep making art. Hopefully our styles will find us. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a like and a share, and remember to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye.